Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mikey intern Ned Reynolds finally made it through the week. Now it looks that this whole controversy in Texas with the Texas Tech quarterback is not over yet by a long shot.
Nor will it be, as a matter of fact. I really do think he'll probably play this year because of the legalities involved and the NCAA. While they've appealed the ruling by the judge, the appeal can't take place until after the season's over. It's the way the calendar works. But be that as it may, there's a new implement now in the whole saga, and that is the Big 12 Conference has gotten together, and they're very angry, or a lot of people are. And they've tried to come up with some kind of punitive measure against Texas Tech, including circumstances where teams will cancel their games. Not so fast, said the Texas Attorney General yesterday. He's in the fray now, and he says, be careful what you do because there are legalities against that kind of punitive measure. Now, what they are, I don't know, not being a legal expert, but the fact is that it's ongoing. The Big 12 is going to go back into a conference now. I can't imagine they don't have a battery of lawyers that have come up with some kind of method for dealing with Texas Tech, but fact of the matter remains, they are a pariah right now for what they have done, and that's allow a kid who was permanently banned by the NCAA, which has no clause now at all, and they're allowing him to play. A guy who gambled $90,000 on football games, and that is a big-time no-no, but it's going to be there.
It'll be interesting because at the end of the day, he might just play one more year anyway. So they might be looking at it at that point and just saying, well, if there's nothing we can do about it for this season and he's done after this, then what's the point in paying these lawyers thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars?
The precedent. That's just it. The precedent that was set. And this will be his last year. He has no eligibility remaining after this. He's already been to two colleges prior to this, Indiana and Cincinnati, and they both booted him out. And now he's trying to get at Texas Tech, and, well, the story goes on and on and on.
See what happens. Omaha is going to be hopping this weekend, isn't it?
It is indeed. The College Baseball World Series opens up this afternoon, weather permitting, up in Omaha. And the first game is kind of intriguing. The West Virginia Mountaineers, who have not been to the College World Series in a number of years. The St. Louis Cardinals had two Mountaineers on their ball club. Anyway, the West Virginia Ball Club is playing Troy. Now, most folks from around here are not familiar with Troy at all. It's the University in Alabama. They are Division I. They're a Sun Belt Conference team, and they have come through and won their Super Regional, beating Little Rock, a team the Bears had played this year. So Troy will play West Virginia in the first game. Game 2 tonight matches Ole Miss and North Carolina, and there are two more games tomorrow. 8 teams now in the NCAA National Championship, and by this time next week we'll know who the championship contenders will be.
Definitely will, and we know who the championship contenders are in the Stanley Cup. Hurricanes got another win last night. I think this thing's going 7. What do you think?
Well, if Las Vegas has their way, it will, yeah. But the fact is that Carolina scored a 4-2 victory over the Las Vegas Golden Knights last night in Raleigh, and now Carolina leads that best-of-7 series 3-2. So all the Hurricanes favored to win this thing. All they need is one more win, and they'll be the Stanley Cup champions for this year. But Las Vegas is pretty good, folks, and that's where the next game is coming up. So we'll see what happens.
The Cardinals just finished up their series in New York, and now they head to the Twin Cities for the weekend.
Cardinals are going for a sweep yesterday when they played the game under the sun. It's a getaway game, so most of them are in the afternoon, and did not get the sweep. The New York Mets, who are among the most anemic teams in any of baseball, this is a team that's a train wreck, did somehow come back to win, got a home run from Juan Soto in the 7th inning to break a 4-4 tie, and the New York Mets beat the Cardinals by a score of 5-4. So, indeed, that's only the Mets' second win of the year over the Cardinals. They lost the series in St. Louis, and they being the Mets, lost the series in New York as well. So, it's a win, and you're right, the Cardinals are now in Minneapolis to take on the Minnesota Twins at Target Field this weekend. Minnesota's not very good. Another terrific chance for the Cardinals to boost their already outstanding record.
They're definitely gaining some ground. Royals, still inconsistent.
And I think that's the best way to put it. Inconsistent. The Texas Rangers yesterday. This was a rain-delayed game, incidentally. Texas Rangers when they finally got to playing and cracked out 11 hits, and 5 players had a pair of hits apiece. That's pretty good, and that's pretty good balance in your lineup. Jacob Latz got the victory on the hill. The Texas Rangers beat the Royals by a score of 4-2, and now Kansas City gets set for a home series with the Houston Astros, and that will be this weekend. Now, here in town, the Amarillo Sod Poodles played the Springfield Cardinals. Now, 2 nights ago, Amarillo won by a score of 14-4. Last night, it was 13-4, Amarillo. At least they took 1 run off the scores anyway. But the Sod Poodles, who really aren't a real strong team, are putting it to the Springfield Cardinals. But it is a circumstance in which the young players for the Cardinals organization are getting a chance to see what they can do, and indeed we'll find out pretty shortly how successful that's going to be.
Hopefully they can get some dubs, but I thought they were the Ozark Snipe Hunters.
They are for the it's a promotion that they're putting on right now, the Snipe Hunters.
Can't wait to see what jersey you pick out this weekend. World Cup Soccer, everything kicked off yesterday, and Team USA is playing tonight, right?
They are indeed. There are 3 countries that are tri-hosts for this quadrennial World Cup. The tri-hosts are Canada, Mexico, but most of the games are in the United States. Well, the whole World Cup opened up yesterday in Mexico, and at Mexico City, Mexico defeated South Africa 2-0, and then in Guadalajara, South Korea came from behind and beat Czechia 2-1. Czechia is the name that the citizens call it in the Czech Republic. It's Czechia now. Things do change. Anyway, South Korea and Mexico get the first-round victories. And tonight the USA does play. They'll take the field at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles where the Rams play. And hey, it's the site of some outstanding competition. The Super Bowl is also there this year. Anyway, it's where the USA plays Paraguay, and that will be tonight. I think it's 8 o'clock Central Time at which they'll begin. But how good is the USA national team going to be? Well, they should beat Paraguay, but there are a lot of things that should happen that do not.
Yep, that's true. Well, hopefully you get to do some of those things this weekend, Ned. I'll see you on Monday.